Antony Martial has been told to train on his own by Erik Ten Hag. Meanwhile, players are increasingly looking either stagnated or looking worse than Erik Ten Hag found them. Welcome to the United Hotspot. My name is Webb, and we are here to talk about most of these players that Manchester United is struggling with, stuck with, but we, the fans, are hoping will dig us out of the misery we've been suffering for the longest time. Now, guys, don't feel bad. This is a Celtic. I think it looks good on me. Well, I'm in Scotland. Celtic is the biggest club in Scotland. Why not? So it's not. Don't say I'm cheating on Manchester United. I mean, it's Celtic. It's not Arsenal or Man City or Liverpool, guys. It's okay. I think I can actually support Man United and Celtic at the same time. That wouldn't be cheating. Would that be cheating? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's like having your wife, but you appreciate that a certain good-looking woman, old woman in some other country, is a good person. I mean, it's not cheating. It's not cheating, is it? So, Man United fans, don't you call me out. I'm not cheating on our beloved club. Anyway, let's get into it. So, Anthony Martial has been told to train on his own, and it's not like it's news really. I was at Old Trafford, and he was driving in alone, late, and leaving earlier than everyone else in his beautiful cross country. So, and his body language alone was clear. The reality is, this is a war frustrating him out of the club because he refused to join Fenerbahce. United were hoping to get some money. Maybe that could have financed the move for Timo Werner because United was supposed to pay just 5 million euros, which we didn't have. That's why we failed to get Timo Werner, and he ended up crossing to Tottenham Hotspur. So maybe this is another way of Erik Ten Hag, communicating to him that we're tired of you. The reality is, I've said it here before, uh, Anthony Martial will not return. Do not put on the Man United jersey again. Not when Erik Ten Hag is the boss. He will not play football again for Manchester United. But for me, it doesn't surprise me because even Erik Ten Hag said just after the last game we played against Tottenham Hotspur that this long break we are going to have until February when we return to action, he's going to be using it to focus on individual players because he wants to first of all give some players a bit of rest because they've been playing a lot for the especially in 2013, 2023 rather, we played a lot of football, so we need to rest a bit and recover, but also focus on individual players. Now, for me, this is where I dig into what I wanted to emphasize today. Let's think about this United holistically. Since Erik Ten Hag joined Manchester United, has he improved any players individually? If you look at the entire Man United squad, how these players were performing before Erik Ten Hag and how they are performing now with Erik Ten Hag in charge, has he improved any players? For me, that's a question because as a manager, it's important. It's not just you getting results for the team. And we can sit here and praise his winning record, his percentage better than Sir Alex Ferguson's winning percentage, better than Jose Mourinho's winning percentage, the best in the history of the club, better than Louis Van Gaal and what have you. But has Eric Ten Hag, because we keep complaining, because the performances have never been convincing for all of us. Well, the first season maybe he tried, but I'm beginning to think that it was not entirely about him. It perhaps was the Casemiro effect. It was Casemiro's first season. Rafael Varane, constant players were fired up and sucked up. But this second season is where you see the game of the manager and what they can do. Now we can talk about the injuries, we can talk about the players being less and all, but a manager has got to improve players. You look at Man United players, and I struggle to find two players who have been improved individually under Erik Ten Hag. The only player I think who has improved, to be honest, is Diogo Dalot. He's the only improved player at Manchester United from what he was before. The rest of the players, I cannot sit here and credit Erik Ten Hag for Kobe Maino. I cannot. I don't think Erik Ten Hag taught Kobe Maino anything. The things Kobe Maino does are God given. They are from the man above. They are unseen. I mean, for an 18-year-old to play the way Kobe Maino plays, it's not about any manager teaching him how to play. It's just Erik Ten Hag was lucky. There was this special player at the time he was at Man United. Question is he making good use of him? I don't think so. I don't think Kobe Maino, we have not even seen a quarter of what Kobe Maino can do, even at his age, because I don't think Erik Ten Hag has consistently been putting the right players with around him. Maybe because of injuries, or maybe because of his decisions. To Scott McTominay, I think the one game I felt Scott McTominay looked improved was the last game when he came on as a substitute because he was winning tackles, he was winning balls defensively. I don't think Eric Ten Hag. Think about Bruno. Bruno hasn't improved under Eric Ten Hag, guys. Come on, Bruno has not improved, has he? What has he improved in? Bruno has not improved at all. Bruno should have been now at the level of Kevin De Bruyne. Now you can talk about him having better stats than Kevin De Bruyne and all, but they're not quality stats. The passes Bruno plays, and I love Bruno. I mean, bless you, Bruno. I think you can be better than that with a better manager. Eric Ten Hag hasn't improved Bruno, who should be the best player in the Premier League. Bruno should be at the level of Kevin De Bruyne with a better manager who could improve him. He hasn't. Marcus Rashford has not been improved. Guys, there's nothing Rashford is improving in. His decision making, which has been his biggest layering weakness, is not improving. So Antony Martial, yes, we know he's a lazy, player. You know his issues. We know he's got all these issues with him about him. But look, he should have improved at least in one small thing. Martial has not improved. Players are stagnating under Eric Ten Hag, and I'm being honest. Why? We should be asking ourselves that question. Why? Players who have got potential, young players, are stagnating. Look at Alejandro Garnacho. He has come on and looked that he can be good, but Garnacho is beginning to look stagnated. So players are either stagnating or they're they're dipping in form. And we can't talk about the manager. I think we should blame this on the manager. So for me, this is the big issue that we've got at Manchester United. I think Eric Ten Hag's ruthlessness is not getting results out of the players. I told you of how Eric Ten Hag directed that they change. He should be. He's quite a character, and you see, I don't need to know and talk to Eric Ten Hag to see the kind of character he is. When I was at Old Trafford, and this guy, was telling me how Eric Ten Hag switched things around, and it is okay, by the way, and it did make sense to me what he requested, by the way, that we switch the 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 sitting areas during match days for the home team and the visiting team from this to this. We switched them. What was the away team is now what the home team is, and his reason was, of course, like I told you, go watch that video. What the one of my recent videos where I told you of what Eric Ten Hag changed about Man United. But that alone, this is something that has been there since 1910 when this stadium was built. That alone, for me, shows you that this man is quite a character, full of himself. Is maybe a low-key dictator, and these are the things we are beginning to see. You see, these young players today do not work under dictatorship. It's like these are millennials and Generation Z players. They do not work under dictatorships. Alex Ferguson's dictatorships make sense, but you can be ruthless, but a dictator will not get results out of players. Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, you will not say are dictators per se. There is a way they enforce their things that is a bit different, and I'm struggling to find the right words to put this, but those, I mean, you'll get what I mean. Eric Ten Hag seems to be extremely ruthless, and he breaks the players. Now, if you're so ruthless on these millennials and Generation Z, and I'm one of them, by the way, don't think I'm old because my face is beginning to look wrinkled, guys. I'm a baby. I'm a baby. It's just the hustle, and the winter is also helping matters, not helping matters at all. So, but honestly, my face is beginning to look wrinkled, by the way. In just a few years, I'm going to be 40. What? I'm beginning to feel like a woman. I'm like, women are scared of aging. Women are scared of aging. I'm beginning to get scared, by the way. Look at my face, man. Look at my face. Ah, I'm beginning to get wrinkled. Anyway, so the reality is these young players need a certain way of handling. And I feel like Eric Ten Hag is failing, and that is why none of them is improving. And it's a sign that these players are not playing for him. And for me, that makes Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sir Dave Brailsford's job easy. Question is, Jose Mourinho is jobless. Mourinho is jobless. I just said it, man. I just said Jose Mourinho is jobless. I didn't say anything. I'm not trying to suggest anything. Guys, I'm even out of this place. Subscribe. I'll catch you later. Let me go endure my winter.